this video, we are talking about creating depth and dimensionality in our iPhone videos. You may ask, what is depth? Well, I'd like to introduce to you the concept of layering. To understand the concept of layering, we're going to look at this composition right now. I'm using the 3x lens and I'm pointing towards the shark. Now my question is, how many layers can you see here? Well, I would say mainly two. We have the sky and the clouds in the background and the shard and other buildings in the foreground. But now what happens when I switch to the 1x lens? Well, other elements actually appeared in the composition. Now we have in the foreground the river, in the middle ground the buildings with the shard and the bridge, and in the background we have the sky with the clouds. Then when we switch to 0.5, the ultra-wide lens, we're going to introduce another element, which is the railing. Now this one has become my foreground. Now that we understood the concept of layering, we understand a little bit better the concept of depth. Because as we can notice from this frame, there is a lot of depth because we have one element, the foreground, the railing, very close to the camera, and every other element is actually pretty far. But what happens when we change to the 3x lens? We're going to do that. Now we still have all the elements within the frame, so we have the handrail, we have the river, we have the bridge in the background, but because of compression all the elements look closer to each other than they actually are. Therefore we may lose a little bit of sense of depth. One thing we can do to regain the sense of depth is introducing an effect called parallax, which is achieved through movements. Parallax refers to different layers moving at different speeds depending on their distance from the camera. And to illustrate this concept, we're going to ask Caroline to help us. Now we are framing Caroline with a 3x lens. We still have all the elements, like the railing in the foreground, then we have Caroline, and then we have the bridge in the background. Because of compressions, all the elements in the frame look closer to each other than they actually are. To regain the sense of depth in this clip, we can do some parallax movements. And to do so, I'm going to go very close to the railing so that I have it very close to the foreground. And when I'm going to move, you're going to notice that everything in the foreground will move faster than in the background. Now let's have a look at the footage back together. In just a split second, the part of the railing that we had in the foreground is going out of frame, whereas everything that was in the background is staying there and moving very slowly. Now let's do one more example, so come with me. For this next example, I asked Caroline to sit down on this wall, and then I'm going to use this wall itself to create an effect of parallax. Because I want to enhance this effect of parallax, I will try to have the cameras as close as possible to the wall. So I'm going to rotate my phone and have the cameras very close to the wall. If I would stay normal, this wouldn't be as close as actually rotating the phone and doing this. Now we're going to open the camera app. We are going to look at Caroline, click on the 3x lens, then we're going to rotate the phone just like so, going very close to the wall. We're going to start the video and then we're going to try to move slowly towards the outer part of the wall, just like so, and keep Caroline in the same position all the time. Now we stop the video, let's have a look at it back together. And we can notice that we have the texture in the foreground that is moving way faster than anything else in the background. Then we have Caroline as our main subject in the middle ground, and I try to keep her in the same position throughout the whole clip. This parallax effect really adds a lot of depth and dimensionality to the video. Now I want to show you an example of how we can add an extra layer to make a clip more interesting. So now I'm framing Caroline with a 3x lens. She looks really good. She stands out from the background because we have a darker background and she's brighter with soft light on her face. And while this framing looks really good, it lacks a little bit of dimensionality. So if we want to add depth to the video, maybe we can think of a way on how we can add an extra layer, maybe in the foreground. So I'm looking around and I can see there are beautiful flowers. So I'm asking myself whether I can integrate those flowers in my frame, maybe adding an extra layer in the foreground. So I'm gonna take a couple of steps back, and then I'm gonna try to go a little bit lower and try to have these flowers in the frame, in the foreground. And there you go, that looks amazing. I'm doing some slight movements from left to right and right to left. Caroline looks amazing. We have a beautiful soft light on her face, and I think overall the clip is way more interesting than it used to be without the flowers in the foreground. Adding depth to your clips can be a great way to make them more appealing and visually engaging. It's all about considering how many layers you have in your shot. Do you have a foreground? Do you have a middle ground? Do you have a background? Try to understand how these elements are interacting with each other in the frame. And remember, it's all about practice. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Ciao.
This preview of the iPhone Video Academy offers a sneak peek into the incredible world of iPhone videography. Get ready to unlock the secrets, techniques, and skills that will transform your videos into works of art. But wait, there's more. In the full course, you'll embark on an immersive learning journey covering every aspect of iPhone videography. From mastering camera techniques to refining your editing skills, the iPhone Video Academy has it all. Don't miss this chance to become a true iPhone videography expert. You'll find the link in the description right under this video. Click on that link to find out more about iPhone Video Academy, and I'll see you inside the full course.